After teasers, trailers, and events like an alpha and a beta, we are finally ready to make our final verdict of Black Ops Cold War. Hi, welcome to COD Globe, and here are our final thoughts on Black Ops Cold War before its release. Now this is going to be a summed up video of how we feel about Cold War and how we feel the player base is going to feel about it. Anything and everything about Cold War that we feel is good or bad. Some of the things I feel are very important to bring up is how excited I am for a return in zombies. The Call of Duty fanbase has been waiting for an amazing zombies mode for a few years now, and I can tell that everybody in the community is more than excited for the return of one of the best game modes ever created. Now, where we don't know how zombies mode is going to work as far as game mechanics and story goes, a good amount of players are very excited just for the return of zombies mode and just can't wait to have that experience with their friends again. Me included. Now, seeing how they're going to extend the story and extend the universe from how they ended the story on Black Ops 4, I'm very excited to see what they do. Now, I feel like there's going to be a very large amount of the player base that winds up getting this game simply for the zombies mode, which is understandable seeing how much of a phenomenon zombies mode has become. And since we're talking about story, we might as well bring up the campaign next. We're going to be seeing the return of so many beloved characters that have been a part of our hearts for so long, including characters like Woods, Mason, Hudson, and even Weaver. According to some sources, Black Ops Cold War is going to be a direct sequel to the original Black Ops, which is going to be extremely exciting. I can't wait to see the in-between of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. It's really exciting to me. And perhaps they'll even add a little bit of Easter eggs, including Menendez and Reznov. I'm just so excited to see where Activision takes the campaign. I can't wait to see how Activision will use Call of Duty's new mechanics to implement them into our classic Black Ops storyline. And now that we have zombies and the campaign out of the way, I feel like I should move on to what most of you want to talk about: the multiplayer. Now, because we've been exposed to both an alpha and 2 weeks of beta, it's pretty easy to say that the player base has been split in half. You either love Cold War so far, or you hate it. Now, the group that loves it loves the game for its mechanics, its amazing gunplay, its simple and almost nostalgic gun mechanics, and overall, it just feels like a good game. Seeing how they took the best mechanics from Modern Warfare and combined them with some of the most beloved and nostalgic mechanics from past Call of Duties, Cold War is basically a hybrid of classic Call of Duty mechanics mixed in with some of the best mechanics from one of the most controversial Call of Duties ever to enter the franchise. And even some of the changes that the game has made that are brand new to everyone, such as the score streak system, have been a huge hit in the player base. After playing all 3 of the alpha and beta tests myself, I can say that I'm pretty comfortable with the game, and I feel like it's going to be a very enjoyable installment to the franchise. However, I have one major issue, and that brings us on to the side that hates Cold War so far, and that is the very apparent and very strong use of skill-based matchmaking. It turns into a sweat fest that nobody wants to be a part of. Seeing how you most likely didn't sign up to be playing in the Call of Duty League, there's no reason for you to be fighting against people that are playing this hard. When you have a couple of good rounds, the game decides to match you up against some of the hardest players that will absolutely dominate you. I, along with a lot of other players, all believe that the best matchmaking you could possibly do, the classic Call of Duty matchmaking that you would see in games like Black Ops 2, where in any game you could go up against a few sweats or a couple of little kids that have no idea what they're doing on the game. You could either be playing with a couple of casual players that just play for fun, or you could be playing with a professional player and not even know it. Because of that, the game was fun and it was unpredictable. However, in the last few games, it's pretty apparent that it's impossible to have nothing but good games in one night. There's always a good chance that skill-based matchmaking will always kick you in the butt. It's pretty easy to see that mechanic-wise, story-wise, and horde mode-wise, Cold War is going to be a pretty amazing game. However, the game is going to suffer quite a bit because of skill-based matchmaking. If it stays like this, players are definitely going to be complaining. And with that, it's pretty easy to wrap up this video. Are you excited for Cold War's release? If so, leave it down in the comments. And even if you aren't, leave it down in the comments section and tell us why, because we want to hear your opinion. That's going to be it for this episode of COD Globe, and we cannot wait to see you in the next one.